There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Our perspective is yours for the taking, but you'll have to join us first. We left everything we debated at the Yonkō Table.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for the Yonkō Table, the table that will make their dreams come true. Yo, everyone. The Yonkō Table has set sail yet again into episode 5 of The Proud Family Louder and Prouder. We pick up where we left off last week with the introduction of Snackland, Oscar Proud's magnum opus, what he's been building towards for eons, and it's great to see the man catch at least a W in this regard. But before we deep dive this episode, with me as always is fellow Yonkō, GrandMasterHoop. Grandmaster, how have you been, man?
I'm good, Dr. Jace. Just got back from a little mini vacay. Did a little road trip up the West Coast to Pacific Coast from Portland to Seattle. Had a good time, but hey, back to reality. Here's the reality. Us deep diving episode 5 of Louder and Prouder. Here we are. So yeah, let's get to it, man.
You didn't see any amusement parks along the way? No Snackland?
No.
On your trip?
No. And if I mean, the closest thing to an amusement park was a creamery, the Tillamook Creamery, where we tried cheese and saw how cheese is made.
Interesting. Did you know Snackland had a cheese water slide?
I saw.
I don't think the colors yellow should be associated with water.
Probably not.
Because I had to read the sign to make sure that was cheese that they were sliding down. Snackland was great. Snackland, it had a ride for practically every little snack you could think of. They had what? It was like a jalapeno.
Jalapeno bumper cards.
Okay. The cheesy. I don't remember the name, but it was
like slides. Yeah, you're right. It was like slides.
Okay.
I saw a couple of swings. I didn't catch the name. Oh, I should have been looking at the names of some of these rides.
They're probably zingers.
I'm just gonna say this. I am not going to Snackland. You can't catch me at Snackland. Granted, you get paid to stay. He said,
that's
the
catch.
He said, here's $5 if you stay.
Very Oscar Proud, very, very fitting of the character. I did like that. But surprisingly, the ride, it started off with, him paying the attendees to stay at the park, but eventually they returned back with broken arms, broken legs, missing teeth. They're like,
yes.
Sign me up, Mr. Proud. That ride was amazing.
The kid was like, I peed myself. So that constitutes a good ride, a thrill ride, one that where you pee yourself and whatnot. And I don't know. Is this a millennial joke? I don't know, but for some reason it works for Oscar Proud. You would think what would be the downfall of Snackland turns out to be its champion. Everybody's here for the thrills of potentially being dismembered, bodily injured. It's great. It's funny.
It's I'm
ridiculous.
Surprised. It is ridiculous. Again, Proud Family sticking to their zany nature of like these over-the-top plot lines, these over-the-top events that happen within the stories of like, these real world, discussions that they sometimes have that are really heartfelt. I'm surprised they didn't play anything off of the radioactive dump that he built the Snackland on. I feel like that was a missed opportunity in a way, because the episode basically picks up where we left off last week, right? Which was the end credit scene of episode 4, where when Oscar took out the bank loan from Randall, he goes to the property that he bought with the bank loan, and it's radioactive dump. It has fish with 3 eyes, like everything. So I'm surprised they didn't do a gag with like maybe the food is contaminated. Maybe people start growing extra thumbs or eyes when they right after they leave. But that was like one little gimmick I wish that they played on this week in terms of the absurdity of Snackland.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Again, I've been saying this for the last couple episodes. We've been talking about this. It's serial in nature. I would have loved to see Oscar just putting more time and effort into Snackland versus this jump forward where Snackland is here. And we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know what happened to the radioactive toxicity and the waste and whatnot. I think it would have been cool to see Oscar really putting his foot in it and trying to make this thing work.
The construction aspect, like kind of like have an episode as that, like as the side plot.
Yeah, right? Yeah, just Oscar, like maybe Felix runs his construction company. He gets Felix.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Oh my God, what is that? Like a lost episode? I feel like it might be a episode that there's no way they didn't animate that episode.
Maybe
no way.
Maybe in their 8 episode count, they said, here's where we got to make some cuts and, put more story forth here. Who knows? But yeah, it seems there was a lot of potential there just to watch Oscar really, make his dream come true because
he made it.
Yeah, because, for Oscar, everything is about getting rich quick. We don't really see we see his passion. I guess we don't see his work ethic because he just comes up with a proud snack and gives it to the monkeys and it's like, put it on the market.
Mr. Chips.
Mr. Chips. And now with Snackland, bam, here it is, up and running. We didn't mention the one ride though that's not snack based. The Sugar Mama.
The Sugar Mama Drop of Doom. What's the gimmick of the ride? It shoots you up and then it chews you in like bad breath. You are her dentures. You are her dentures. And that's what the glass was at the bottom. Oh my God. Okay.
You're in whatever is in that glass and it shoots you up and it smells like halitosis up in here. And George Clinton's draws. Which, oh my goodness, I can't believe they said that.
Wait, they said George Clinton?
George Clinton, from whatchamacallit, George Clinton, funk legend, George Clinton. What's the name of the group? Parliament Funkadelic.
They dropped a lot of names in this episode.
They did. And and now they're insinuating Sugar Mama got up in his drawers at some point. And
the layers of adult humor.
Right. It's like miss it and you catch. Miss it and blink and you miss it. Right. But yeah, 839 foot drop. Breaks the sound barrier and potentially can send you to hell.
Right. Yeah. Oscar got. I think he was the test dummy.
He was a test dummy, right?
There were some. I don't know if you noticed some of the shadows, but there was like a Sugar Mama demon in hell where he was at.
Goodness, I needed to pay more attention to that scene. I noticed the shadows. The shadows, but
I mean, there was someone with like puffs on their hair, and I mean, the only significant character with puffs is Sugar Mama.
Sugar Mama, right?
So, supernatural entities confirmed in. They've been confirmed in. Family for years.
Yeah, the supernatural element is not something they shied away from. But I guess, Oscar potentially has qualities that might send him down there. I don't know. Time to redeem yourself, Oscar. I guess. Stop treating your mother this way.
Right. I mean, Sugar Mama sometimes welcomes it to a degree. Like, how do you call it? Oscar, he's like, Sugar Mama, can you support me?
Can you support me just this once?
Please, just stop bullying me. Did you get what the joke was? Because like I rewinded this scene a couple times to be like, am I missing something? Where oh my God, Oscar said something in the very beginning where Penny asked him, why'd you call it Snackland? And he said, oh, I named it Snackland because it's the one thing that I'm good at. And then Sugar Mama's like, oh, if you wanted to name it by something like that, you should have named it. You know what? No, that's too easy.
Oh, I remember the joke because I watched it twice. I don't know what she was insinuating other than, I don't know, how he fails all the time. I know that's a reoccurring thing she picks on.
I thought it was supposed to be like
about.
a suggestive thing. Unless I'm missing it, because I was like, what's the joke? Or is that the joke? Like,
no,
you're supposed to like think about like, oh man, what else could it be called?
No, I think it could definitely be more suggestive in nature, but it went over my head. I definitely missed it. So
fair enough.
I'm gonna take it to Twitter and look through Twitter later to see if they caught the joke. But
hopefully someone did.
Yeah, hopefully. There was plenty of jokes going around at Snackland.
Right.
Goodness gracious, he stole the idea from Freddie Frito.
Was the character from the OG series, right?
One, it was implied that Freddie was a guy. Now Freddie Frito's a dude. And again, I keep looking this stuff up.
Wait, it's a dude?
I'm sorry, it was a dude in the it was assumed it was a dude in the original, and now it's revealed it's a woman.
Okay. Because the name sounds familiar, but I don't ever remember associating a face with that name in the original.
He just name drops all the snack greats like Freddie Frito.
Okay.
Danny Dorito. Well, that's the thing. I used to think these people were real people.
You say a name like that, it's like, wait, is he because they're not showing a character or a face, so you assume they're referencing someone in real life. So right. I'm like, oh yeah, Freddie Frito, Danny Dorito.
Right. I thought it was always a thing. And then there was also a joke one time he made about how Sugar Mama didn't support him when he came up with the idea of Pringles. And then he said something like, the Pringle family, they supported him. And look at him now.
You know what? Maybe some research into that, and what we could find out if these snacks are all family names that were just attached to these little meals. Freddie Frito, Danny. I like Danny Dorito the best. That one's hilarious.
It's the alliteration that is the best part of the joke.
Right.
Like, Freddie just went for the fr sound. Danny kept the duh, and that's the joke.
Right, exactly. But aside from the Oscar proud plot line in this episode, this was also a Penny episode focused on the return of LPDZ. Make some noise. Oh no.
Dude, is that your daughter? She's a hottie.
What'd you say?
LPDZ, right.
Hip hop helicopter, iconic LPDZ moment. Funny enough that this week's episode of Proud Family focused specifically on LPDZ because like this past week, right after Turning Red premiered, we were talking in our little group chat about I don't know what the term you would use to call it, like the boy bands of or not specifically boy bands, but you know what I mean, like the pop bands of cartoon series,
the boy bands, the girl bands, right? And it was like, Four Town, got nothing on the O Boys or the Boys in Motion.
The Boys in Motion, we give you our devotion.
Right, and I'm like, where's the girl band group love? Where's LPDZ?
And I'll be honest, I had that core memory blocked off. I had no idea LPDZ did music until I was reminded, and I was like, oh wow, that's right, they did do songs. Because I mainly remember them from the Hip Hop Helicopter episode, where in that number they just danced.
They just danced. Then eventually they segued to full on singing. And what a career LPDZ has had, you know. Penny left the group to establish her solo career as Penny.
That's right. That's right.
Then the finer things wasn't enough for Penny. She wanted her friends back, which again, at times I question Penny's friends and their friendship as a whole.
I thought maybe the sequel series would kind of like address some of these problems, but they just do it again and again. And like even in this episode where, the lesson is learned. Well, I mean, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but these friends are questionable for
Always,
Penny.
hands down.
Like they've been questionable in the OG series, and they have moments in this sequel or this revival as well. But LPDZ is back. And I like that continuity that they, respect from the original. They acknowledge that we did used to be part of LPDZ. We did break up. But what was the gimmick? They wanted like an attraction at the park, right? For Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar just wanted to bring in more people. So he's like, well, we're launching your reunion tour here or something. So right. Snackland gets to claim the reunion of LPDZ. So yeah, that was the thing. And look at Oscar, just utilizing every resource imaginable to make this thing profitable. So
from a business perspective, I mean, Oscar's a hard worker. I'll give him, at least in that aspect. Maybe he skips corners in other areas, but no, Oscar's great. But there's a little bit of a plot twist in this LPDZ reunion, because if you remember correctly from the OG series, Penne was the star attraction. She was the Beyonce of Destiny's Child.
Fair comparison.
And that's how she broke off, did her solo career, and she kind of just left her friends in the dust. This time, the roles have been reversed. Penne thinks that she's the lead singer of what's the name of the song now?
Cuter Than You.
Cuter Than You.
Cuter Than You.
There's something about the simplicity in those lyrics that you just love it. I love it.
I'm not a fan. I'm like, what is this?
You don't like it?
Cuter Than You. How are y'all gonna come back after we are best friends from the OG series to Cuter Than You? Y'all don't sound like friends. I think you're just stating who's better looking between the group. Is this?
It's part of the banter. They're changing with the times.
It's catchy. I'll give them that. But
catchy.
I'm just like, I need some lyrical depth moving forward from LP. I mean, it's a whole new group, right? We're getting ahead.
Lyrical depth. What part of "We Are Best Friends"
till the end of time? I just want you to know that. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Shakespearean, beautiful. Either way, plot twist. The light comes back into play.
Right. They reference that.
They
again.
reference
it's
the
not
light.
A throwaway.
Yes. And so I don't know where they got the idea to just give her this. I mean, Tone Loc. I don't know if you're familiar with the song. I only know one song by him. The Wild Thing song, where he's like, "Wild Thing."
Okay.
Or even funny. Have you seen Fern Gully?
Yes, I love Fern Gully.
He's the lizard in Fern Gully who sings that rap. Lizard? There's a lizard, like a blue iguana looking thing, and he sings a rap trying to eat the human when he shrinks down.
Oh, okay, right. He's only in for that scene, right?
Yeah. He's literally only in Core Memory Unlocked. Yes.
Core Memory Unlocked. Okay.
But yeah, no, Tone Loc, he's just known for his, baritone voice and smooth, rhythmic, like rap style. But
right.
I had to look it up. I was like, I don't think I know any more songs by him. I know The Wild Thing, and that's it. It's just, oh my gosh, why did they give her that voice? Why did they try Penny so hard?
Cuter Than You.
Why did they do Penny like that?
It was such a like a sharp turn in the left field. I don't know why. I mean, for the message aspect of the episode, I understand.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
Just the logic in Penny's voice just dropping like that. It definitely caught me off guard.
They probably like drew names out of a hat of the most like extreme different from Penny or Kyla Pratt's voice and said, who's at the other end of the extreme? Oh, Tone Loc. Let's get him on board to do Penny's new singing voice.
Oh, was that actually Tone Loc?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I did not know
that's
that.
even funnier. They got him.
That's
you
hilarious.
Pay attention to the opening credits. You see every guest star. So yeah, that's him.
That's hilarious.
Right.
I mean, it makes it even that much better. Yeah.
Everybody's reaction too was really funny. Like Bobby, praise Bobby. Bobby's like,
damn,
hold
child.
up now. Like, what happened now?
Did he compare it to something else? Because I know there was like a lot of names dropped about Penny's voice. Barry White was Barry White.
Trudy. So Trudy. I was gonna mention, we haven't seen much of Trudy in the whole series as of late. Trudy came in with some motherly advice, but goodness gracious, 180 real quick.
Right? Yeah, she was like, because how does Penny open it? She's like, my singing voice changed, Mom. Is it natural for a girl's voice to change? And Trudy's like, I used to sound like Minnie Riperton, and that was not her singing. The actress Paula J. Parker, that was not her singing. I figured there was no way.
Right. And then she says, now I sound, then she mentions Barry White.
Now I sound Barry White.
Right.
But don't worry, that'll never happen to you. Right? Or like, oh no, you can't sound worse than me.
Right. And then she's like, cuter than you. Cuter than you. And she's like, oh, Penny, maybe you should pay attention more in school. Maybe you should get your teacher some flowers.
We got to increase that college fund.
Right. Oh my gosh. They are thrashing Penny.
They really threw Penny around in this episode.
They did. And Penny just had to take it.
Right. It's it's funny because I thought they were going to take her voice in like a very interesting direction with, because eventually she is able to join back into the group as first what happens, right? They kick her out. They kick her out.
They voted her out, trifling ass friends.
I'm questionable.
She said, Dejanay, you too? I got outvoted. Hell no. I bet. No, I think it was probably...
She threw it into, Dejanay.
So. I think even Michael got a vote too. He's like, you voted out, boo. You done. And then they replaced her with Maya. LMDZ. Right.
Which I'm again, that questionable thing about Maya wanting to partake in this. Shouldn't she be? I mean, I guess based on the first episode where we were introduced to her, I had this mindset of how she was going to be portrayed. She is against the entertainment industry, the exploitation of just women, people of color in the entertainment industry, and I'm just so surprised. She just came in there along with La Cienega and Dejanay, and she's like, cuter than you. And I'm like, what? Is that Maya? Am I missing something?
I would have found it more acceptable if Maya said, I can use this as a platform to spread a message.
Right.
Yes, that would have been more acceptable for what they are trying to establish with her character.
Right.
That's probably would have been more acceptable, but nope, here she is just willy-nilly but at least she's apologetic towards Penny,
oh my gosh, she was the most sympathetic in the group.
Right. Oh my gosh, they just became friends. Right.
Oh my god.
Like, La Cienega, you didn't tell her, and then she's sorry.
This is the most humiliating way to do it. I want to do it this way.
Oh yeah, she wanted to up her humiliation. Right. Oh my gosh. Again, terrible. I mean, I expect that from La Cienega, but
right.
Zoe and Dejanay just willy-nilly going with it. I'm just like, y'all are interesting friends.
Not my first choice. That's for sure.
Absolutely not.
But who does Penny get some much needed advice from in this episode? Because everyone is throwing her around the ring. Uncle Bobby, her friends Michael, Dejanay, La Cienega, and Zoe, even her own mom, Trudy. Surprisingly, I didn't see actually no, even Sugar Mama.
Sugar Mama too. Sugar Mama.
Get them tonsils out.
Right, yes. Oscar too. He's like, Penny, you gonna scare away all my guests? Like, you gonna clear out the park?
At least with Oscar, I expect it. You know, like, okay, there's two characters I expect that level of trifling is Oscar and La Cienega.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of Dejanay sprinkled in there.
Right.
But everyone else, it was a surprise. Uncle Bobby, wow. Trudy, wow.
Yep.
But who comes in to give the advice that Penny needs? Guest star of episode 5, Lizzo.
Lizzo, who would have thought? Lizzo.
Who would have thought?
I mean, we knew she was coming.
Right, like she was in the promotional material.
Yes, I not that I was like waiting for these celebrities just to pop up, but I was like, oh, Lizzo. Okay, let's see what she does. Right, it's her episode. Let's see what happens here. And surprisingly, see, I'm not even that big of a Lizzo fan. I actually like how they handled Lizzo here. She wasn't over the top. It was just really kind of simple. The message, the theme, love yourself and every part of yourself, which is that's really big about what Lizzo's about. You know, it's just love yourself, forget what people say about you or the image people all
body positivity,
right? And they didn't make it a body positivity episode,
right?
They just made it accept those parts of yourself that people are going to, you know, make fun of you, beat down on, and all that. So it works for me. It
does, right?
And Lizzo had some comedic timing. Like
she did her banter between herself and Oscar and Death Wish.
Right, Death Wish. That was great. Yes. And then she's like, you think you can get me to perform for $500? And Oscar, $500? Not supposed to say 50.
Oscar coming in with the comedy. I love it.
Oh my gosh, Oscar just kills me with that. I can't. And then she, at the end of the episode, she's like, all right, Penny, I gotta go. That $500 check your daddy wrote, it bounced.
Typical Oscar. It's what I expect.
Yeah, guy. If they ain't making fun of his livelihood, it's making fun of his finances. You know
how much he tries to cheapskate his way through most of his life.
Right. Oh gosh. But yes, Lizzo. I thought she did fine as
right.
As one of the first few guest stars, like special guest stars. It was nice. Now, I don't really care for the feeling good as hell little montage.
Yeah, okay. You see, they played that song, and it's one of those things where I wonder, because like, and maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong, haven't other shows in the past been like, if they feature like a song that was played or written by a popular artist, a number of years later, that episode gets lost to time because of like licensing or contracting with, you know, the record companies. So because like, for example, the
credit card episode.
That's what I was thinking of. The credit card episode.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know, that episode we remember because it played almost. It was like one of the episodes that kept rerunning all the time on Disney Channel. Mm-hmm. But that's considered now like a banned or lost episode. It's not on Disney Plus. It's not. You're right. So them playing, you know, a Lizzo song in this context, do we think that's going to happen, or do you think Disney expanded their contract terms for like how they want to use those type of episodes moving forward?
I think they know how to not repeat their mistakes. I think that first of all, there's no way they got Lizzo to be on this episode and didn't get the rights to the song, or you know, gone through her record company or whatever, as opposed to the credit card episode. that did not feature Destiny's Child in character, but featured a Destiny Child song, which I guess at that point they probably thought, oh, Destiny Child, they're featured on the theme song. We could use any of their music, you know?
Oh,
Maybe that's what happened there. But yes, that credit card episode is infamously nowhere to be found, unless you go on some illegal site, which I love that episode. It's a funny episode.
No, it is. I remember that episode very vividly. You know, it was like Penny and her friends going through the mall, swiping that credit card with the mustache.
Oh, it's because it's Steve Harvey, right?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey's the credit card, right?
Oh wait, it actually he was voiced by Steve Harvey.
Yes, he was voiced by Steve Harvey.
Oh my God, I need to rewatch some of these.
Yeah, if you can find it.
Oh, that's right. It's banned. It's
right.
It's no longer anywhere. So I'm hoping, because literally that was the first thing that came to mind when the Lizzo song played. I'm like, oh my God, this is a credit card episode.
Can they do that? Can they do that?
Can they do that? I mean, I'm sure. I'm hoping they're not just living in the moment, like, who cares? Let's just do it. It'll be around for another 3 or 4 years, and then whatever. We'll just forget about it. The episode will be lost to time, like the credit card one.
I think they know what they're doing now.
They got their ducks in a row for this one.
Yes, correct.
Okay. But yeah, like again, Lizzo, I think she was fine for this episode. Again, with the positivity and loving yourself, and Penny comes in full force with the deep voice. And you see here is where I thought they would have done something clever. I thought they were going to completely rework the song to fit Penny's voice and actually make it, you know, because her voice is deep. I thought she was going to play like a cool like bass for the song. Yeah. But she just comes in, she's like, nope, I'm the lead singer again. I'm going to be singing the same exact lines. And
right.
I mean, I guess it still reinforces the message of, you know, love yourself. Your body goes through changes, but don't hate yourself for it. You can still do the things that you love. But still, oh man, it's just, you know, like, I feel like it was a missed opportunity, right? You know, like, I don't know. That's
no. It's, you know, I don't want to compare apples to oranges. If you ever seen Pitch Perfect,
okay, yeah.
Brittany Snow's character gets her like nodes removed, so now she has a deep bass voice, and so now she comes in with the acapella group and does more of the bass parts, and they didn't have that before. That was something they were significantly lacking. So yes, I thought they were gonna better incorporate Penny's newfound voice into the song, but no, she's just up here like red lipstick, gotta move it like a gear shift or something. I don't remember the lyrics.
I'm gonna look back on those lyrics. The song is catchy. I like
it. But I'm just like looking at them like, yeah, I guess it's a fine song. I guess
it's fine.
All those people were loving it. Rich people don't go to jail. Rich people go to the bank.
They go to the bank.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we'll see LMPDZ again. I don't know.
So is that official now?
It's official. I think Maya is part of the group. I think that's official.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see them again.
Tongue as much though.
Of course,
the extra letter.
Right. I mean, it's all about placement. LPMDZ sounds better than LMPDZ.
Okay. Yeah. LPMDZ.
This is terrible. I can't believe the Proud family has got the fandom talking about where these letters belong in terms of what sounds better for this group. That's how you know we're dedicated. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see them again. I don't know if they'll keep Tone Loc as Penny's singing voice, or if this is just like a one and done thing. We shall see. I guess I will welcome it either way.
I mean, I'm fine that they even brought back LPDZ. I thought they were not going to do that. So if this is the one episode we get for LPMDZ, I'm fine with it. Now pay homage to the entire catalog of other references you have. Do an episode of oh my god, the Chang triplets.
I just saw some people saying how they're glad the Chang triplets aren't here. I need them to come back so they can do them better. Rewrite the wrongs.
Well, okay, so in a way, they kind of learn from past mistakes with certain characters. So like,
Ooh.
right?
Who you about to say?
I was gonna say the news anchor.
The news anchor, right?
Vanessa Vu,
one of them.
Yeah. Voiced by Brenda Song.
Voiced by Brenda Song.
That's awesome. Brenda Song, a Disney Channel veteran.
Mhm.
But this was a replacement for a previous character, right? That used to be on the OG Proud Family. And oh my, you read lines. Okay, the old character was what?
Martha Mitsubishi. Like, they didn't even try to remotely be.
It was, I'll admit, it was the early to mid 2000s was an era.
Yeah, for sure.
It was, I mean, I remember, how do you call it? In Scary Movie 3, right? That was like I think 2005, 2006. There was a parody paid to The Grudge, which takes place in Japan. And the demon child is talking to the main character in Japanese, but the words he's saying in Japanese, he's saying like Honda, Mitsubishi, Toyota, sashimi. And I'm like, oh my God, this would not fly today.
Yeah, no. I mean, yes, yeah. In the 2000s, people were not as PC.
They weren't.
And it's crazy too, because like Martha Mitsubishi, she appeared in 5 episodes, and she's voiced by Sandra Oh.
Oh wow, okay.
Right. I didn't even know she was voiced by Sandra Oh.
Wow.
Right.
So
right.
she's just Sandra Oh's like, yeah, I'll voice a character named Martha Mitsubishi.
Down on their luck reporter who hates their job.
You see, I mean, yeah, that so wait, Martha was the same character as Vanessa is right now?
They are essentially the same character, just less of a, racial stereotype, naming them after a Japanese car company. I'm not sure if View refers to anything. I was actually trying to look it up. I didn't find anything, but it's like rewriting a wrong. They took the concept of Martha Mitsubishi, and now they are giving you an actual Asian reporter, or I assume Asian American reporter, just not for a gimmick. It's not for a gimmick. The gimmick is she hates her job. The gimmick should not be she's Japanese American and hates her job.
Whose last name is a Japanese car company.
Exactly. Right. Her racial identity or her ethnicity is not the gimmick. The gimmick is she hates her job.
So that being said, do you think, based on that, they're gonna bring back the Chang triplets?
Give me the Chang triplets.
I feel like they're gonna rename them too. Like they're gonna call them Chang anymore.
They can be Chang. There's plenty of Changs in the world. Just don't let their racial identity be the gimmick. Let them be actual characters, Like the Gross sisters, they're triplets, and they have character. Olay's a heart of gold underneath that rough exterior because, she wanted to be one of the girls. And Gina is a math whiz and an extremely good baseball player. And
oh yeah, that's right.
Right. And Nubia is a leader. Nubia is a very good leader, and she doesn't discriminate.
Good on her.
Right. Give the Chang triplets some shine. Do it proper.
You really want the Chang triplets. This obsession I don't understand.
I need the core group. I need the group back. I need all these kids back.
All the kids back. Okay.
I need to see Omar. We haven't seen Omar.
Which one's Omar?
Omar was like
okay.
He was the quarterback. He was the quarterback.
He had a deep voice.
Yes, he was. I'm pretty sure he's voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson. He was like, Red 18, down set, hut hut. That's how he did. That's how he did the football calls.
Okay.
But yeah, no. There's early episodes where Penny had a crush on Omar.
I remember those.
Then they just kind of veered away from that, and Omar was just kind of a supporting male character, like one of the guys,
right,
with Sticky and Duke, and Michael. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Omar rounded out those 4 guys.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Aside from him, was the security guard supposed to be homage to someone? Because
yes.
Who was?
Yes.
I missed it.
Oh man, no. See that one, I was like, man.
And just to be sure, this is the one that Oscar calls in to get rid of Sugar Mama?
This is Oscar's security.
Okay.
So from Friday, he was definitely supposed to be Debo. And and it hit me when he rode away on the bike. And I was like,
wow.
All right, that's Debo. And then on top of it too, so the actor Tommy Lister, he actually passed away in 2020 due to COVID. So RIP. He's cross-eyed. And I looked at the security guard and he's cross-eyed.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my.
Well, the character is cross-eyed, or
he himself,
he is cross-eyed.
I don't know if he's cross-eyed or if he has just a lazy eye, but it's him. It's him.
Okay.
Like without a doubt, that's who they're paying homage to. So
that's nice. What was he a character in the original?
No,
series?
no.
Okay, so they just said let's pay homage in this specific scene to
yes.
To Tommy Lister. Wow.
Yeah, to Tommy Lister, right? Very random. It was funny. It's a gag. It's a sight gag. It was funny to see him roll away on the bike with Sugar Mama in the basket.
Oh my God. It was funny. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of funny moments in the episode. How would you? I guess the more interesting question: how would you rank this compared to the previous episodes that we had? I'll be honest, I liked last week's a little bit better than this one. Mm-hmm. Not to say this one wasn't bad or anything. I enjoyed this episode. Again, Proud Family, as of yet, 5 episodes in, has yet to give me an episode that I walked out of and said, man, that was a waste of 26 minutes, 20 odd minutes. Not a single episode has done that yet, but with the ever increasing scale of my love for the episodes all the way to 4, I feel like this one was a little bit of a dip, but not that much. It was still an enjoyable episode, but for me personally, I feel like we peaked with episode 4. But what do you think?
No, I'm actually kind of right there with you. Yeah, right now episode 4 is peak. Episode 4 is peak. Okay. That is I think what they're trying to do different in this series, and it was overtly funny. When it comes to an episode like this week's episode, I think you just need to choose one thing. Either you're going for the overarching theme of the episode, or you're going for the absurdity. I think if they just laid into the absurdity of Snackland and that was the episode, I think I would have been fine. I didn't need
right.
Yeah, I didn't need them to kind of have, Snackland be now the B plot and Penny's going through her change. I think you could have highlighted that in an episode solely focused on whatever changes Penny is going through. Right. Yeah, it just seemed they were competing at times, and I guess Lizzo was. I mean, Snackland is the catalyst for all these things happening, but I think tonally, I would have preferred either you just have a balance of the theme with the comedy, or the absurdity and the comedy.
Right.
Don't be absurd and not be funny. So, right. And so I felt it was an uneven episode. It wasn't a bad episode. Just a little uneven. And yeah, episode 4 is peak, and it is what it is.
Right. I mean, do we have a name title for the next episode?
Ooh,
Because it's episode 6.
right. And again, yeah, I mean, God, I really hope it's not just 8 episodes, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
10.
10 episodes. Oh, thank God. All right.
Right.
Okay. So we're solid for another 5 weeks of the Proud Family episodes.
Yes.
Right.
Episode 6 is called Get In, which sounds Get In sounds like get in, we're gonna get into some trouble. So maybe they're gonna be, maybe Penny's dealing with you know, who do I be hanging out with? Right. Maybe I'm getting into some
the bad
stuff.
crowd.
The bad crowd. Maybe the Altos come back.
The
We are the
Altos.
Altos. They were the male version of the Gross Sisters, except they jacked everybody.
Okay. I actually don't remember them.
Ooh, go back and watch it. Sticky falls in with the wrong group of kids. The Altos starts jacking people with the Altos. They want to jack.
Okay. Maybe once I visually see them, it's gonna, you know, trigger that core memory. A lot of core memories have been unlocked this week, especially with this show specifically with the characters.
Oh, man, we didn't talk about this, but BB and CC did a lot more.
They talked.
They talked.
They talked.
I kind of liked it.
I did. Like I'm surprised it took them this long to make them like actual characters and not just Tara Strong, Goo Goos, and Gagas.
Yes.
Which I mean, they're not voiced by Tara Strong in the.
No more voiced by Tara Strong. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like, you know, they're twins and they're always around each other. I literally that is just comedy right there in this absurd family. Like, you could easily make banter between the two, and we kind of got that in this episode.
We did
a little sprinkles of it. I kind of want more. I hope they get a little bit braver within. Let's do a full episode. Let's make it the B plot. I don't know. Like, let's do it.
I'm okay with that idea. I am definitely okay with that idea. It was funny there. It's like, you know, BB, that's a bad idea. He's like, what do you know? And then he's like, BB, that ride needs to go faster. Yes, Snack Master. Like,
I think there was one about I think CC said something about loading. Like, I loaded something, and then BB's like, the only thing you're loading is your diaper.
Your diaper, right. And then even Vanessa View, she's like, what do you have to say to our viewers that say 2-year-olds were operating this machinery? And you see, like, he's like, how could 2-year-olds operate this machinery? You see them playing with the gum. And Trudy goes in and swipes them away. Yes.
Right.
You could have something here. Yes. Versus the Goo Goos and the Gagas.
Right. And you know, they did play around with that a little bit in that episode in the original series where they aged them up.
Yes.
They got aged up like what, 10 years or something like that. Like,
she wishes they were old enough to take care of themselves. So yeah, they become like Penny's age. And
right.
Infamous Al Roker.
Infamous Al Roker.
Yeah,
That's
he
right.
does that.
Oh my God, bring him back, please.
Oh, funny enough, episode 9.
No.
When you wish upon a Roker. So
no. Oh my God.
We're getting a Roker wished episode. Yep.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, that Al Roker was an icon. He was an iconic element.
Yes.
Of the Proud Family. Like, I mean, he appeared in multiple episodes.
Yeah, he had 2. I'm pretty sure he had
2. Only 2?
I want to say only 2.
Oh, I feel like I've seen him so many times in the original.
I can only think of 2 times where he ages up BB and CC, and when he gets rid of all the adults.
Okay, I guess those are the main ones that I can think of.
Yeah, 2 episodes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he's a genie, a magical genie. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'm for it. Now that I know Al Roker, listen, what? So wait, you see all the episode titles from?
Nah, it stopped after that one.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe in those titles you might get your wish, the Return of Chang.
Chang. Oh gosh, I mean, as long as they don't name that episode some obnoxiously, like Chinese oriented title,
Fist of the Chang. Is that
exactly something stupid like that? I hope not.
I think they've learned.
I hope so.
Vanessa View is a good example of them learning.
Yes, it is an example. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I can see them bringing back Grandmaster Hoop's tried and true Chang triplets that he wants so bad.
Yes, thank you. Bring them on.
All right, we're here for it. Any final thoughts on the episode and what to expect aside from the glorious Al Roker episode that we're not going to get for a couple weeks?
Again, I still think we're on an upward trend. Maybe I wouldn't say it plateaued. It just the steepness was a little shortened, but it's okay. Not every episode has to be a major hit.
Right.
You can have weaker episodes, but and also not every episode needs to hammer home a message. You can just have fun. So I think this episode was trying to have more fun, and that's okay. You don't always have to shoehorn in, the heartfelt touching part if it doesn't work. So hopefully
don't force it.
Yeah, don't force it. And hopefully in these other episodes we see a balance again. And again, I'm still here for it either way.
Right. No, I totally agree with you. I like the balance aspect that the previous shows had. I'm sorry, the previous episodes had. We'll see if they can keep up the pace in the coming weeks. But again, pretty good episode of the Proud Family. And we still don't have Little Nas's character. I wonder if he's just gonna come in as Little Nas.
I think he will just come in as Little Nas.
Oh my God.
We'll see what they do with that.
We got 5 more chances for him to appear.
Right. And also there's a plethora of other celebrities they got.
Right. No, there is. I guess Little Nas was like one of the top ones that like popped out. I'm like, oh yeah, wow, Little Nas is in this. Along with Lizzo.
Saying they're gonna be coming quick though. They're about to be coming.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll wait and see. But with that wraps up our thoughts here at the Yonkō Table for episode 5 of the Proud Family Louder and Prouder. Let us know what you all think of the episode in the comments below, wherever you're listening to us on, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're at the Yonkō Table on all social media platforms. And let us know what you think overall. Did you enjoy the episode? Was the message, did it ring home? Did you like Lizzo as a guest star? Did you want more of a balance between the Snackland superior plot and the LPMDZ A plot, B plot, whatever? I guess more or less we enjoyed the episode. We just wanted more of that balance, like the Avatar.
The Avatar.
But with that, everyone, I am your Yonkō host, DrJaceAttorney, and fellow Yonkō Grandmaster Hoop, signing off, and take care.